Tonight, we're doing something a little different. No deep dives, no breakdowns. We're just going to tell you a story. A wild one. So, let's just jump right into it.
All right, picture this. It's 2 in the morning. You're on an empty road in some small, quiet town. The night is warm, the moon is full, and reality itself seems to just billow. So right there, over Route 125, the air starts to get weird. It begins to warp and sway. You know something impossible is happening. It looks like a tear in the fabric of reality. A window, maybe. No, it's a portal.
Imagine the air moving like a sheet flapping in the wind, twisting up like a crumpled piece of paper. Then, light starts to leak through the seams of this thing. And with this bizarre slurping pop, a hole in reality just rips open.
And out of this portal steps a figure, a wizard, robes smoking, shouting some kind of incantation. But he barely gets a word out before, bam, a jet of white-hot flame just blasts him, sends him tumbling. And before he can even think about getting up, this enormous scaly claw just crushes him into the mud. Because right behind him, an ancient red dragon emerges.
Okay, so while all that is happening, miles away, a totally different kind of alarm is blaring through an old brick firehouse. And for a rookie firefighter named Sam Sullivan, this is it. A mix of pure fear and excitement. It's midnight, and this is his very first real fire.
Come on, rookie. That's his father, Captain Sullivan, bellowing at him. The rest of the crew, you've got this lanky old-timer, Cookie, and the seriously formidable Taiga. They're already geared up, ready to roll. The energy in that place is just electric.
So they roar out onto the road, sirens screaming, heading for this massive blaze at the meat processing plant over on Merrimack Street. And the smoke on the horizon, it's so thick, so dark, that Captain Sully gets on the radio immediately and calls for mutual aid. He's calling in other fire departments. Right away, you know this is a bad one. They get there, and a worker just stumbles out of the inferno, covered in soot, coughing his lungs out. He tells them his friend is still trapped inside. And Sully doesn't even hesitate. He grabs a Holligan tool, looks at his son, and says, "Sam, you're with me." And just like that, the rookie and his dad are heading straight into the fire. They find the guy pinned under a huge slab of beef. They manage to free him, and they start making their way out. And for a second, just a second, Sam thinks they've made it. But then, the floor beneath him just groans, splinters, and completely gives way. He's falling, plunging into the smoky darkness of the basement below. I mean, what could possibly be waiting for him down in the dark? Well, this. A hulking red beast. Its crimson scales are shimmering in the firelight. It's got these pterodactyl-like wings folded at its side, and fire is literally dripping like saliva from its jaws, while it casually munches on a side of beef. It's a dragon, a real-life dragon.
Okay, so his dad manages to pull Sam to safety, but let me tell you, the rescue was just the beginning of the problem. Yeah, he's safe from the fire, but now he has to somehow explain the impossible thing he just saw in the basement.
He grabs his father, his voice all hoarse from the smoke, and he's just frantic. "Dad, Captain, there's a dragon down there, a dragon. It started the fire." You can just hear the desperation in his voice, right? He's trying so hard to make them understand.
But you know, the crew, they just weren't buying it, not for a second. His desperate claims are just met with all these rational explanations. "You're not making any sense, son," his dad says. They all figured it was the smoke and the fall, that the rookie had just cracked under the pressure of his first big fire.
So back at the station, they're still arguing about it when Taiga just bursts into the captain's office. "You gotta see this," she says, pointing to the TV in the lounge. And there it is. Breaking news. The local farmer's market is on fire. And perched on a roof, clear as day, terrifyingly real, is the dragon.
And right on cue, the station alarms just start hammering away. Captain Sully turns, looks his son dead in the eye, his face completely set, all doubt gone. Sonny says, "Get on your gear, let's go snuff this candle."
When they get there, it is absolute chaos. Cops are scrambling for cover, their bullets just pinging harmlessly off the dragon's scales. The military? They're an hour out. So right now, this small-town fire crew, they are the last line of defense.
And Sully, he just snaps into captain mode. He's barking out a plan. "Sam, clear the market shop for civilians." He's gonna man the deck gun on the truck himself, using their 500-gallon emergency tank. And Cookie and Taiga, their job is to get that main hose hooked up to the hydrant, and fast.
So Sully starts blasting the dragon with the deck gun, but the beast just lumbers forward, right into the stream of water like it's nothing. Then it rears up, brings down this massive, car-sized paw, and smashes the fire truck clean in half. The impact sends Captain Sully flying.
So the truck is destroyed, the captain is down, and for a second, Sam is just frozen with fear. But then he sees his father injured, and something just clicks. He can't quit. He grabs a fire axe from the wreckage and just charges forward, ready to take this thing on himself.
Just as the rest of the crew gets the main hose going, unleashing its full power, this man in flowing robes just appears beside them, out of nowhere. "Maybe I can be of assistance," he says. And yeah, it's the wizard from the beginning, Masimar the Mad Mage. And with a wave of his hand, he opens a shimmering portal right behind the dragon.
Okay, so now they have a target, a way out. The crew's resolve just hardens. Tyga says it best. "We got the lance, now let's quench this mama jamma." And they pour absolutely everything they have into that hose, trying to drive the beast back.
So it all comes down to this. One final, coordinated push. The entire crew, even an injured Captain Sully back on his feet, they're all putting their weight behind the hose, forcing the dragon back step by painful step toward that portal. But the beast digs a claw in, holding its ground. It's not budging. That's when the wizard points and declares that Sam is the champion, the one chosen to end this, and the fire axe just floats into his hand. Sam doesn't hesitate. He charges forward, and with one final mighty swing, he severs the claw.
The dragon just lets out this unholy scream and tumbles backward all the way through the portal. And then, crack, the portal snaps shut. It's over. And for a long moment, there's just silence. Nothing but the quiet crackle of burning grass.
But then, another sound starts to build, slowly at first, then all at once. People are coming out of their hiding places, and a cheer just erupts from the crowd. They charge forward, they lift the firefighters onto their shoulders, parading them across the field. In a single day, they went from being firefighters to something else entirely, something legendary. They were champs, they were heroes, they were dragon slayers.